I'm back. I restarted the server and disable that search service now. So I think it should be pretty fast. Now just go to again site setting. I think you do not have permission now. Hold on. Yeah, you are in permission now. Site setting. Scroll down till site collection administrator. Click document ID setting. Last one, last fifth. A document ID setting. Yeah, hit that one. Yes. So here we set that every document which we upload, we need our own document ID. So let's delete this one and give a document ID which start with the word IBM. Remove this default document ID which is 0000 something, and we are going to type IBM zero zero one. All good, and just hit click OK. Now it needs some time to activate this feature. Let's see in monitoring what is the status of this document ID. Document ID, document ID. Let's say document ID, click that one. I go to say that with that one. Now go back to your site and check in a documents if we get a document ID view. In a default view, now we should have a column which is going to let me know my document ID. So now I say that the job should run every day. Go to library, click modify view. Not sure. Yes, you get the document ID now. Correct. This feature has been enabled on my SharePoint DMS, and it is also going to index all my document every 2 minutes. This is what the schedule we have given, just to fast it out. And after that, we also disable this feature. So now this document ID, what it is going to give me? It is going to give me the feature where any document which I upload, it's going to have a special document ID. So click this feature, Monicue, and change this number from 19 to 3 or maybe 2. Make it 3, I think. It's all good. It should come on a number 3. Yeah. Scroll down and just say okay. All right now. So are we able to see the document ID? I am able to see the document ID now. Upload any new document. So browse. Yes. So it is going to give a document ID, but it is giving some garbage. You uploaded same document, right? I get a document ID, but it is not coming in the format. So let me upload it again. Upload a new document. I say Google logo. Click OK. Now I have this document ID which say TPRAGNE. Let's wait. I think still it is running because my document ID begin with the word. My document ID begin with the word IBM. The document ID anyhow it's not displaying, but it is still taking the default format. I want my format. Go back to home, check the schedule. Then go back to my document. Mark Schubach. Wait till it run because it's still taking the default document ID, not the mine one. Wait, wait, wait. Make it 2 minutes also. Let's upload the new one now. Let's wait for a 2 minute because I've given a 2 minute schedule. So both this service, either a search service or a document ID service, both are going to utilize the resources in SharePoint. So it means that when we have this service, it is always recommended to have a default or maybe a dedicated server. So it's still taking. It's taking still that old one, the garbage one. Let it to run. In the meantime, let's understand the whole scenarios now. So it means that when we design a SharePoint site for a customer, we need to understand all the requirement which need to be fulfilled with inbuilt services. Some services required an additional configuration, or maybe we can use an app which is an inbuilt app service, or we can go and buy an app, or you can develop an app. So it means that whenever you have a requirement or a queue to create any SharePoint site, most of the time customer is okay with the default, whatever the default feature SharePoint is going to available. But in some cases, when the requirement is a little difficult, then when we are exactly designing the whole plan for that customer, we also need to understand that how it is going to achieve. Can be achieved using a SharePoint inbuilt feature, or can be achieved by using any kind of an integration with a third party. On SharePoint having a lot of integration feature as well. For example, you can integrate with Microsoft Exchange, you can integrate with CRM also, you can integrate this with file server also. And there are so many protection which you can also enable on top of that, including your antivirus, including your legal hold, including your compliance. So all this can be integrated along with the SharePoint. So SharePoint, when we see from a very high level, it's really a very enriched platform. Platform in the sense, it give you a feature where you can integrate other services with the SharePoint, or you can also use something which is part of the inbuilt. One of the feature which widely used nowadays, can I track a compliance, whatever document be a store inside SharePoint. Compliance in the sense, for example, if you work in USA and your company belongs to manufacturing, you have to follow compliance which is called PCI compliance. Now this is something, a rules which is formed by the government. If you are working with any government agency or federal agency within the USA, you have to follow US federal compliance. Or I may be using ISO compliance. If I am a medical research company and I'm developing a medical, I am a HIPAA compliance. So these compliance means lot. For an example, can I upload a document where I am relieving information like credit card, where I can release the information like HIPAA or maybe a passport. Maybe I have a document where I have information related to a passport. So when you have any document which contain such kind of an information, like credit card, like passport. Generally, these documents need to be fully protected. Protected in the sense no one can access that. Documents should be encrypted, protected both ways. If it is not protected and encrypted and you upload that document into the SharePoint, it means that chances that someone will must see that document. Maybe an administrator can also check the document. If I check the document, I can read this compliance information. It means that this a specific information which is part of the document, and it going to violate the compliance whatever we have, or which industry we are, or which country we are. Every country have their own compliance that you cannot leak the information about my user to anyone else. So such document required an additional protection whenever we try to upload on SharePoint. But who is going to check on a SharePoint when every day 1,000 document uploaded? It's a really hard for everyone or anyone to track that compliance. Whether my document, whatever we have uploaded, is compliant to particular rules and regulation or not. So now with 2016 and 2019 SharePoint, a new compliance center has also inbuilt. It said that you can track the compliance no matter where you are, no matter what you do. Let's take again chance. I'm not pretty sure if it is still done. If not done, then we can go and create a compliance site at least. Satya Nadella. Oh, let's wait again. In the meantime, just go and create a new site. This time we are going to create a compliance site. Compliance site where I can go and track my document as per the compliance. So create a new site collection, but in a template, we are not going to select team template. We are going to select compliance template. Yeah, Monik, you are in control. Application management. And then we go and create a new site collection. Create site collection. Give a name compliance. Compliance. All right. In a URL, maybe you can type sorter, just CL. Yeah, scroll down. Now you see here, there is something called enterprise. Click that one. Now in an enterprise, we have a various type of sites. For example, I want to hold the document. Anything which is uploaded in this site, I can place and hold. We will see tomorrow. Go ahead and click compliance policy center. The fifth one, compliance policy center. Exactly. Scroll it down. Give the username spadmin. Check name. Click OK. Why this feature enabled for us? Because when we installing SharePoint, it asks license. In a license, I have given a license of enterprise server. Otherwise, if I give a license of a standard server, this feature will not be available for us. So which version of SharePoint? This is also matter. A standard or enterprise. It's all right. This site has been created. Click that one. Now look at that. What this compliance is going to tell that? It's going to protect my content from something which is not fit for my organization. And I can define different kind of a policy. For example, I can define that how my document is going to protect. Protect in the sense we should not have a document which should violate any kind of rules and a compliance. Scroll it down till you see a DLP policy management. So at this point of time, I have not made any rule through which we are going to see a DLP policy. On the left hand side, you have something called DLP, which is called data leakage prevention or data leakage protection. Left hand side, you have a data DLP policy assignment and management. Click the DLP policy management. Click new item. Now look at that. Which policy your company going to follow? Because if you are doing a business, if company is doing a business, especially in the USA, they have to follow some rules and regulation. For example, if company is a financial company like a bank or anything which deal with the finance, they have to follow some financial data protection policy. Or if my company belongs to something else, I can choose some kind of a policy which I want to be. So let's say for an example, I say personally identifiable information data. This is what I want to track. Give a name, give any name, for example, demo policy. Select the first one, which is as per the guideline of the US. No information should be uploaded on a SharePoint openly, which contains the information about the citizen of the USA by any form, like their social security number, passport number, or anything else. Scroll it down. Then if any document found which going to violate the rule, maybe we can define an email address that where the document or this particular incident going to be reported, and also notify the user who uploaded this document with some kind of a policy tip. So next time when you log into SharePoint, a tip will be showing to them. Please, before uploading document, ensure your document should not contain these three information. Click notify, and you can further take a decision that whether such content need to be blocked by the user by any chance. Just leave it as it is and click OK. I think you selected first one. Yes. Type any email address, just abc@xyz.com, because anyhow we have not integrated my SharePoint with email server. Okay. So now this document which you just policy which you just enforce is going to protect you against. Is there anything which is happened in your case, any document which is going to contain an information regarding a policy? So they are going to first stop and notify the user with the policy tip. Friend, you have tried to upload the document which is going to violate a specific rule. Apart from that, you can also define different kind of policies. For an example, a policy which is related to deletion of the document. Once the document uploaded, can the document delete? 90% organization say no, you can't, because the law enforcement agency is very clear. When I need a document must be available with you. You can't say that it has been deleted. So most of the organization implemented such a harsh policy that once you upload the document will always be the organization. You can modify, another version will be available. As many modification you did, as many version will be available. So even if the employee resign and they leave the organization, their document always safe with the organization, which can be used for audit purpose or maybe some kind of a different purpose. Look at that. On top, you have a deletion policy. Click that one. Thank you. This is deletion policy. Now, in a deletion policy, you can define that how your content is going to retain within the site. So for an example, if I give this policy name and when I define that, it is going to ask me that whenever you delete any content, that content will, how it is going to be work, that it is going to retain or that it is going to be in recycle bin. Then what's the time period document required to be in your document management system? How many years? In a US government mandate that every organization must maintain every piece of email plus document for 11 years. You cannot remove the document before 11 years. So whenever government do an audit or any incident happen and the audit has to happen, document need to be produced. So it is mandatory that every email which is exchanged within the organization, that email must keep safe for 11 years, even if the employee resign and go. Likewise, that every country have their own law related to data safety, which is produced, created during employee engagement or during customer to client engagement. So SharePoint going to give you all this feature which is related to management of your data, which you can use, which you can produce, right? So it means that it's not less. So many things we have. All right, Manikya. So what the best practice? Let's shut down this server. But before that, let me check if it is still saying that. Hmm, let's check it tomorrow. Something's happened. Oh, so now this was the old one which is coming. Remember 000008, Manikya,
Mm-hmm.
right? So maybe after that we change that ID to IBM. So it take another maybe time, and then next time when we upload a document, this will change to an IBM one. Let's check it tomorrow. Anyhow, it's there. All right. Have a good night. Good evening. So let us shut down both the server. Then we have an active directory which need to be stopped. Let me to take a remote and then shut down. Password. Let me stop my second machine as well. Yeah, it's all done. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Too.
Bye. Thank you.